Welcome to Michael's Kids Club Spring Break. Today we will create a painted tote bag. Join us for all 5 days of making. Enjoy!
Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to be making these cute little painted tote bags. So you will need your totes, you'll need our patterns. If you want to do the rainbow with the clouds, you'll need some pom-poms, paintbrush, paint, and water. And then you need some scrap paper to put in between the bag when you're painting on it so the paint doesn't soak through. So today we're going to go ahead and do the rainbow one. The technique is the same as the lightning bolt one. There's just no pom-poms on it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll move some things out of my way. We're going to move this bag. Got our pattern and our paintbrushes. So the first thing I'm going to do, so I don't forget, is I'm going to put some paper inside this bag. You can use cardboard, you can use newspaper, you can use scrap paper, anything. You just want to put something in there so the paint doesn't soak through to the other side. So let's see. This is going to be my rainbow. You want everything to lay flat. We'll go above this fold so that I'm painting on the back side of this original bag we did just to save some supplies, but we'll go ahead and this is where we're going to put our rainbow. So you're also going to need a pencil, and if you've taken any of our classes, you will have learned how to transfer your pattern onto the bag, but I will show you. I'm going to move this out of the way for a minute. So this is our rainbow pattern. We're going to turn it over. You can kind of see on here where the lines show through. You just want to scribble, scribble, scribble over the lines. Get some graphite on there. This is an easy way to transfer any image to any surface so you can paint or draw or color it in with your markers. I learned this a long, long time ago, and I've taught many people since about this fun little trick. There's transfer papers out there too, but I like this. It's easy to erase your lines if you need to. Just got to make sure you cover all your lines. So you're going to turn it over and press down. And then the graphite on the back will transfer onto your surface where you're pressing down. Okay, so here we go. Get my bag back. I'm going to lay that on there. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and tape it just because I have tape handy. It's not a bad idea. I'm going to center it on there. Okay. So, you have to see how it's transferring. So it's always good to check before you do your whole thing to make sure it really is transferring. You want to do the whole thing and then realize something went wrong and it didn't transfer. Whoops. Now your bag is soft, and when you're pushing down, your pencil might want to poke through the paper onto the bag, so just be careful of that. That's happened to me a couple of times already. Sure my lines. There we go. You can do this project on your bag if you want. You can do the lightning bolts and stars, or you can just paint anything you want. Now it's nice to have something to follow, but if you have a drawing you want to do, let's say you did a drawing and you want to transfer that on your bag and repaint it. You could do the same idea to the back of your drawing. Transfer your drawing on there and then paint it in. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you can see this. I'm going to make some of my lines a little darker. All right. So let's see, we're gonna go Roy G. Biv, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. We only have 5 arcs of our rainbow, so that's what we'll do. I'm gonna get my paintbrushes. You probably need a fatter one, like maybe the round one, like that one. Okay, I'm gonna start with red. Oh, that says this. Okay, so this is red. Okay. Let me make sure I have a paper towel handy. And then just take the straight edge of your brush, just follow the line. Sometimes you need to add a little bit of water to your paintbrush when you're painting on the fabric. Now usually acrylic paint doesn't come out of fabric, but to get the paint to maybe be a little more permanent even, is you could have an adult help heat set the paint by ironing it. So this will take you a little while because this is not the same as painting on paper. It's a rougher surface. It's got some texture on it. So you have to kind of go back and forth quite a bit. One thing you could do when you're all done with this is you could outline your edges with a black permanent marker or a fabric marker if you wanted to. Get some paint in there so I can. There we go. Okay, there's our red. Now we're going to go with orange. Here's my orange. I'm going to rinse my brush out. This brush is turning out to be the right size. Let's see. I'm going to put some paint in there and then a little water. Help it flow a little better because this paint's kind of thick. Paint it right next to the red. Sometimes if you kind of scrub your brush a little bit like I am, it helps get the paint into the fabric, the weave of the fabric. If you add a little bit of water to your paint, don't make it too thin, but it helps the fabric accept the paint a little easier, absorbs a little bit easier. Okay, there's our orange arc. Now we're going to do yellow. Rinse out my brush. And I'm going to do the same thing in here. All right. The arcs are getting a little smaller, so it's going a little faster. They get smaller as they get to the inside. Our red one was our biggest one. Oops, I got some orange in there, but that's okay. To avoid getting any paint, I wanted to avoid getting the yellow paint and the orange paint into my yellow paint. I probably would need to have let the orange paint dry before I put my yellow paint on, but I don't mind. And we're not going for perfection, so this is an art project. All right, there's our yellow. Red, orange, yellow, green. Let's go with this bright green. How about green and then blue? lid. A little mixing. Okay. Almost done with the green. There we go. And finally, blue. I'm gonna put these lids on real quick. Put my paint away so it doesn't dry out. And it's always important to wash your brush. Rinse your brush real good in between colors. Don't leave it sitting out to dry up, for the paint to dry on it. That'll ruin your brush. Let's go with this blue. What is this called? Teal. Well, let's go with this blue. And finally, our blue. Go ahead and make that a little bit wet. Pretty rainbow, isn't it? Nice bright colors. Of course, you could paint your rainbow any colors you like, too. Almost. Whoops. Uh-oh. How did I do that? Let's see if we can get that to come off. There we go. If you do that, just dab a little water on a clean paper towel. And then when it dries, you can go back over it. All right. Okay, there's our colors. Now you could put that aside to dry for a while, but I'm going to continue on to show you how to do the pom-poms for the clouds while it's still wet, so I'll be very careful. You're going to need some pom-poms and some glue. So let's open this bag of pom-poms. And this is going to be our clouds. Okay. So let's put some glue on our bag, kind of in a cloud shape. Spread it around with my fingers. Okay. And let's stick our pom-poms on. You just kind of lay them on there in the cloud shape that you drew with your glue and just press them in place, just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Must be running out of glue. Okay, I'm going to spread it around with my fingers again. I use my fingers a lot in art. My best tool. Okay. There we go. Let's see, another one there. We got some glue. Okay, now you're definitely going to need to lay this aside to dry. The glue has to dry and your paint has to dry. And I would leave the paper inside, but I want to show you why you want to have the paper inside. See how the paint seeps through? So go ahead and lay it aside to dry. The glue will dry, the paint will dry. You can clean up your supplies, and then you're ready to use your bag. All right, I hope you guys had fun with this. This was a fun one. It does get a little bit messy with glue and paint, but I'd love to see your creations. If you want to go on to the Michael's Instagram and put your picture in and do a hashtag Make It with Michael's, and I can see your projects. And again, I'll see you guys next time. I hope you had fun. Bye.